Hi, you're dying in the long dark, aren't you? That's okay. We all do it. It's natural. Your body's going through some changes right now. But I'm here to help you get through this and last at least 30 days in this beautiful but extremely hard survival game that we love and call the long dark. Come on the adventure with me. Sticks can be a great friend and source for you in all that you do in the long dark. Also, sticks are a great source when you actually go outside and start walking around. You can find them anywhere, mostly around trees. Best time to go out to try to find sticks is during a blizzard. So blizzards you'll be able to hear from the outside with loud wind and loud sounds. Particularly in most places, these are the trees that you're going to be wanting to look at and find. Any types of trees that are like this will have plenty of them that you. I actually piled up a total of over 75 sticks, and I have them outside just waiting for me. I have 75 sticks waiting for me right now. So sticks are a great source. Also, sticks are a great source of tinder too. You can actually break down if you don't have any tinder, you can break down tinder. It takes you 5 minutes, a couple of calories. So I'd say sticks are your best friends. Pick them up. Never be afraid to drop the sticks at any time. You can always pick them up, and there's always plentiful all over the entire map. The next big thing is about survival overlay. Now you might notice in the lower left hand corner there's actually a couple factors that you'll need to learn. If you haven't done the tutorial yet or anything, it kind of give you a little gist about what they are. So it's going to be warmth, tiredness, water, and food. The key to these will keep you alive for as long as possible. I would prioritize left to right on the importance of what each one does. For me, at all times I want to keep the warmth level. Depleting your warmth level will actually deplete your health by 3 times the amount. And if you don't have a hat or gloves or anything that can cover one of your appendages, which is frostbite, which actually is a penalty on you, which actually takes off 10% of your health that is permanent during your entire single run that you have. Tiredness would be the next thing that I'll be looking at. Tiredness is a factor that's really, really important to me. Tiredness depletes a little bit faster than what it would be for water or food, but not by that much. The reason why I put tiredness next is when you're outside and you're actually going around and you're actually taking effort to actually get to places, if you are tired, you can't run away from the enemies, you're not going to be able to get out of a blizzard, you're not going to be able to go where you need to go at certain times. If you were an expert, we'd actually have a system where we'd actually deplete our entire food source or food level. Because there wasn't a lot of food that was actually out there, we'd deplete it, save it for the night, and sleep from that point. So we would feed ourselves fully, take the hit all day, because you only take a 30% hit. If you were to go to bed and sleep for the full 9 hours on the expert mode, you'd actually get 35%. So eventually, by a week, you'd actually have enough health to actually restore it back to normalcy. So if you ever have that problem, ever have a moment where you don't know what to keep, those are the 4 factors you want to do. Make sure you stay warm before you stay tired. Make sure you stay tiredness before you have water. Make sure you stay off water before you have food. The next big tip out there that I would have to give you is know the map. There's a few ways to actually know the map. As you clearly see, there is on the lake a wonderful, beautiful cabin here. So actually one of the best cabins here is actually the cabin that is on the lake. Now, if you don't know the map, you don't know that actually on the other side of this lake, there are possibly 3 other cabins on one side, 3 other cabins on the other side, and 1 other cabin, plus a couple of fishing huts that are all over the map. Also, another key factor that you could do is actually go onto here, which would be the map on here. You can actually check either the world, this would be the entire map of all the destinations that you actually get to, or you have the mini map, which will give you just a filter version of only the spot you have. Now, as you clearly see, if I were to see this, I have nothing there. But if you have charcoal, which is the item that is in my hand right now, which you actually get in fireplaces and stove, you can use these to actually go ahead and find places on the map. All you gotta do is survey when you have a piece of chalk in your hand. It'll actually show you certain items that are around you. One big thing you can also check out is if you go to the Long Dark Wiki, W-I-K-I, the Long Dark Wiki, there's actually a fan-made website that can show you exactly what every map has, where all the locations are. The problem with that is it doesn't tell you exactly where you're at. That's a natural thing. Don't worry. Climbing up this hill, you always get a sprain on that. Lovely. Having a sprain does not hinder you too much, as long as you know what to do during certain situations. As you saw when I had the charcoal last time, the map was not very large. If you get on top of a very large hill over an overlook, especially over the lake, and it's a location set, you can actually go over and actually see a larger portion of the map, which you'll see in 1 second. This portion of the map will give you a huge advantage on trying to know exactly where you're. So if you ever get lost, but you know where you came from in which direction, because, of course, you have your map, are somewhere in the west from where I started from. So let's say I started right here, and I had no idea where I was going. Nothing looks familiar, so a key thing that I like to do, is a little sneaky thing that I have, is called a stick compass. What you would do is you would take a stick that you would have in your inventory, always have a stick, you look down on it, one pointed side would always point to the north, the 2 pointed sides always point to the south. No matter what direction I look, I will always have the 1 point to the north, the 1 point to the south. Anytime you're ever lost, but you know kind of what direction you need to go, or whatever, you're trapped into a blizzard, but you know that you got to go north, always drop a stick and find out which direction that you're actually pointing and going, and you'll be perfectly fine. As soon as you start knowing the maps a little bit more, you're actually going to know what direction a start of the map, the end of the map, and the sides of the map are going to be. And when I say is when you go from one point to another. As I'm on top of this hill, you'll notice that I have a torch in my hand. Torches are very, very important for many reasons. One, they could start a fire. So you set the fire here, you have a torch as your starter source. It's a key source actually to go ahead and start a fire too. I would rather start with a torch than I would with a match. And as matches are very, very important on the Long Dark and keeping your survival for water and other sources, it's very important to make sure that you have it, especially defrosting carcasses too. Torches are very important. The main reason why I would say even torches are the most important, the bad things that are going to kill you in this game at bay. Now I do have to say that when it comes to bears and moose, they do not keep them at bay. But for the wolves they do, also for the rabbits. Run, rabbit, run! Get out of here! Save yourself! As I get close to this wolf, the wolf will acknowledge to me that I am getting too close. Now he knows when I'm here. If I did not have this torch in my hand, he'd actually charge at me. Now with this, I can keep him at bay as best I need to. If you're ever in a corner or trap, torches can also be lit by another torch to reset the level. So when you're in math, you'll learn about circumferences and radii. I think it's radii. Maybe it is radius. Keep him to the outside, walk to the outside. That wolf will eventually get away from you. As you pull away, the wolf will try to find you. He will run at you. Do not get too scared or worried. As long as you don't look at him, or you look at him, he will not attack you. He might run at you, but that's not to be worried. As you clearly see, I'm on Mystery Lake, which is one of the easiest levels that you could be on, and I would suggest, if you are starting this match, I would start on Mystery Lake. Because of the torch, the wolf will not come at me. I can actually stop the wolf also dead in his tracks. If you get, okay, he's charging me, stop. Stop, wolf. Stop. Stay at bay. Because I have the torch, he will stay at bay. It's a great source of many items that you could make. Thanks for watching. If you'd like to join me and other Long Dark fans, you can join us at twitch.tv/GameSlip84, where we have a bunch of people that can help you out with all of the tips and tricks that are here, and many, many more. Or if you're just in the mood just to see me die, or see somebody die in the Long Dark, or pull off some sick 360 no-scope boom stuff, stop on by. I stream at noon Tuesday through Saturday, and also at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time some days. Have a great day.